The following program is intended for mature audiences.
I feel everybody gonna look crazy when they pull out phone records. You know what I'm saying? I feel everybody's gonna feel crazy. Everybody who involved themselves without my permission, who decided to get involved on the strength of Nicki and Kenny, that, when phone records come out, see, that's something you could tell me I'm lying all day. You know what I'm saying? But because I don't have the same telephone number, I can't get access to it. But I have people who are getting access to phone records. I have people who have confirmed certain numbers that I have given them belong to certain people. So at the end of the day, I've said it multiple times. I don't care who comes forward to say anything negative about Jennifer because they talked about Jesus. So I can't stop nobody from talking about me, and I won't try to stop anybody from talking about me. All I want to be known is the truth. And the truth is, Nicki Minaj did reach out to me. I didn't reach out to her. I didn't call her. I didn't inbox her on Twitter. I didn't inbox her on Instagram. I didn't inbox her on any other platforms that she have. Never once did I ever reach out to her. She reached out to me to do a favor, and after that, there were people that were connected to them who reached out to not only myself, but they reached out to my family. And the scary part about the whole thing is the New York guys that were reaching out to my family, they were reaching out to family members that I didn't even have communication with. So if I didn't have communication with them, I'm puzzled, like how they know to contact this person in regards to me. So it made me in more fear because I'm like, they know more about me than I know who these people are. I haven't lived in New York in a very long time, and the circles that most people build in their neighborhoods, I didn't get a chance to build those type of relationships in my neighborhoods. So I don't have the same friends. Marie Petty, we've never hung out together. Anytime that I ever seen her, it was because I went to go see my mother. We've never hung out. We've never hung out anywhere. We've never went out together. We've never had the same friends. We've never had the same company. We've never had any of that, because anybody who knows me from New York, from 16 and under, they can't tell you much about me except for maybe who my brothers are.
So let me get this right. Here we have Jaguar Wright, the extortionist, the masked man, and the anorexic chia pet conspiring to take down Nicki Minaj, because that's what it's about. And the saddest part about it overall to me is the fact that they're manipulating real victims, playing on their emotions, because they know that it's a lot of people out there that's tuning in that never got help or justice. So they rallying around this story, attaching themselves to this story to support who they think is an actual victim. In my opinion, it's been about a payday the entire time. That lady is chasing a bag. It's not about Kenneth Petty. It's been about Nicki Minaj the entire time. And we have Jaguar Wright and the extortionists claiming that the U.S. Marshals done traced Nicki Minaj's phone. Because according to them, Nicki Minaj actually called her. This is foolishness at its finest. Then we have Jaguar Wright also saying that she's coming out with a documentary. And she's still saying she's coming for these people. Baby, you've been coming for these people some time now. I'm trying to figure out at this point, what's the holdup? You caught a flat tire? You need some gas? need a new motor, transmission, a tune-up, or oil change. What's taking you so long? Jaguar Wright. And not only that, according to Jaguar Wright, and her so-called documentary that she's working on, how is that possible? How you gonna fund a documentary and all your cars declining, baby? How you gonna produce a documentary from a car? That's where you spend 98% of your time. And the other 2%, you at somebody's house sitting on the floor watching YouTube from a TV that's sitting on crates. Make it make sense. That Surviving R. Kelly documentary got people out here thinking they can just come for anybody. It's got a lot of people confused. All these videos that they upload about the petties, I thought at least one of them would be informative and educational. It's just filled with a whole buffoonery and negativity. You got the anorexic chia pet. All she do is sit there and ask for cash apps and yell and scream. You look like you eat beans and cornbread all day long. Always talking about how somebody look. And she ain't cute at all. She's not attractive at all. And then they always talking about the backlash that they're receiving. This is a mega star y'all talking about. So the backlash is going to come. They speak about people threatening them, but they sit there and do the same damn thing. You had the extortionist coming out. When she first came out, that's all she did was whine behind the camera and now on the camera. But when our cousin, Sunday Grayson, pulled up on YouTube, all that changed. When she see her, she gonna whoop her ass. Now, this is crazy. I don't know what part of this is worse because it's a lot. Here we have the anorexic chia pet again. Ran across another one of their videos. I'm not quite sure where I saw this at because it was maybe on her channel, Jag, or the Masked Man. I don't know. But the lady was saying that she's in her late 30s and she's a internet prostitute on MyFans or MyFans, whatever it is. But here we have an internet prostitute capping for an alleged victim. Make that make sense because I'm still trying to process that. This is crazy, y'all. We got to do better than this. This is why our race is always last. This is why our race is the number one race that's labeled ignorant. The Masked Man, it just seems to me like he's just going along with it for the cash apps. And then for them to say it's not about money, every time you turn around, the cash app, the cash app, the cash app. This stuff is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. At this point, everything that they say is questionable. Okay? Every statement that they made, anybody can question it. I'm just one person. And I've seen several people questioning it. Several people debunking it. This stuff it's not going to go no further than it has already gone. Okay? The big blogs are already done with it. They have moved on. And I just don't understand why they so pressed on bringing people down just to bring themselves up. That's what it looks like to me. And the first thing that they say is, you victim shaming and you victim blaming. No, that's not the case. The thing is, everybody is not just going to believe it because you said it. Some people really do observe things. Some people really do question things. Some people really do have common sense. And none of this stuff is adding up. I tried to stay away from the victim situation and just speak on the harassing situation, but they constantly bringing that up too. And if you want to talk about it and be honest, what happened to her back in 1994, 1995 is questionable, very questionable. None of it makes sense. And the part that gets me the most is, if she says that that's what happened to her, she took a kid, they found his DNA, how is it possible for those charges to be reduced to attempted? It can't be both. Either he did it or he didn't. It's just, oh God, messy. The lady act like she's so pressed about the comment. He was 15, she was 16, in a relationship. Well, girl, let you tell it. He was just a bum from the neighborhood. You didn't really know him. The only thing that you knew about him is that his mama and your mama was crack buddies. So how you know how old he really is if you never showed up in court? You never knew anything about him. I mean, none of this stuff is adding up. At this point, it's just a bunch of buffoonery. A comment that Nicki Minaj made on social media almost a year ago is now a big conspiracy. It's a RICO case. Girl, child bad.
But it has to end.
Can you do a documentary film? Can you do one?
Oh, I am. We're doing it now.
Okay.
There's so much footage to collect. And if people knew how many victims I actually talked to, sifting through all of that, and then from that is jumping off into other people who we weren't even looking at. And now my organization is turning damn near into a full-on investigative team.
Mm.
Like, my top investigator was Nosy Ho Live. She's the one that broke the story on Surviving the Petty. She's the one that broke the hashtag.
Wow.
Shout out to Nosy Ho Live. And we've been working with the victim, Jen, who has been being threatened, her and her children.
Oh my God.
On the internet. And guess what? After that last threat came through and those last phone calls came through, U.S. Marshals traced it back. It was Nicki Minaj that called her.
What?
Nicki called that woman herself. And there is now evidence of it, and the Marshals have it. Yeah. All because she wanted Jen to recant so that they could wipe away the conviction for attempted rape against her by Kenneth Petty, so that he could finally get off the sex offender registry list, and Nicki don't have to be embarrassed at the fact that she's running around with a dude on a registry. Now kids.
Wow.
I still don't understand how it got flagged in the first place. With all that money that she got,
Well, I do know that.
And she couldn't pay somebody to hide that?
I do know
She
this.
couldn't have registered quietly?